call them desert pigs. But do you know what they said?
Don't call me pig. Don't call me pig.
And they mean it. Well, one day, the three javelinas went out into the desert to make their fortune. So the first little javelina, Christian javelina, met a man selling tumbleweeds. And the man said,
Want to buy my tumbleweeds? Yes.
So Christian javelina bought the tumbleweeds and built himself a fine house of tumbleweeds. And he relaxed back in his easy chair to enjoy his new home. Well, the second javelina, Deacon Javalina, met a man selling cactus ribs. And the man said,
Want to buy my cactus ribs? Yeah.
well, he certainly did. And so he bought those cactus ribs and built himself a nice, cozy little home made of cactus ribs. Well, the third little javelina, Jackson Javalina, was a very smart javelina, and he met a man selling adobe bricks. And the man said,
My adobe bricks. Yeah.
So Jackson Javalina bought the adobe bricks and built himself a fine, sturdy home with a fireplace and family room and 3 bedrooms and a bath. Okay, now one day out of the desert came Coyote. Coyote knocked on the door of Christian Javalina and said,
Little pig, let me come in. Not my hair. Don't call my pig, not my hair. Oh, puff, oh, blow your house in.
So the coyote huffed and he puffed and he huffed and he puffed and he blew, and sure enough, that house flew across the desert. Sorry, I don't injure children on a daily basis. Okay, well, Christian Javalina ran to his brother Deacon Javalina's house to be safe from the coyote. But it wasn't long before the coyote came out of the desert and knocked on the door of Deacon Javalina's house. Said,
Little pig, let me come in. Don't call me pig. Not by the hair on my chin. Oh, puff, blow your house in.
so the coyote huffed and he puffed and he huffed and he puffed and he blew, and sure enough, the house of cactus ribs flew, carefully this time, across the desert. Well, Christian and Deacon Javalina ran to their brother Jackson's sturdy home of adobe bricks in order to be safe from the coyote. Well, pretty soon that coyote came along, knocked on the door of the house of adobe bricks and said,
Little pig, let me come in. Don't call me pig. My hair will chin. Oh, puff, blow your house in.
So the coyote huffed, and he puffed, and he huffed, and he puffed, and he huffed, and he puffed, and he blew until he was so exhausted he fell on the ground. Fell on the ground. And crawled back into the desert to make a new plan. Well, Christian Javalina and Deacon Javalina thought they had fooled that coyote, and they said,
Not so fast.
well, actually, Jackson Javalina said that. Jackson Javalina said,
Not so fast. I have a plan.
so Jackson Javalina built a fire in his fireplace and put on a pot of hot water. Pretty soon that water was so boiling hot. Well, along came Coyote out of the desert, and he knocked on the door of Jackson Javalina.
Little pig, let me come in. Don't in my chin, chin, chin. Oh, puff, oh, blow your house in.
Well, the coyote huffed and he puffed. He pretended to huff. He pretended to puff. And then he pretended to give up. He said,
I get up. Too smart for me.
like that.
Up.
Okay. Well, he came around the side of the house and decided to climb up and go down the chimney and surprise those 3 javelinas. So he went down and landed in the boiling hot water and said, ran into the desert and was never heard from again. And the 3 javelinas lived happily ever after in their home of adobe brick.